page in the chat. I want to know what your favorite fall activity is. So hello to Becky who says Halloween. Tina's here. Thanks Tina for getting up early with me on the West Coast. We've got Sherry who's here and Chris who loves apple pie baking. One of you is going to win a $25 HSN gift card just for answering the question, and you can answer as many times as you want. All right, let's talk about the nitty gritty. I know it's boot season, but actually your feet tend to get worse during the winter months because they get drier. The skin gets thicker and more coarse. You might have calluses. I'm gonna enter in right now from Finishing Touch, the Flawless Pedicure. It's an at-home salon pedicure tool without the cheese grater, without the appointment, without the tip. Did you see that? One single application, we're going to exfoliate and instantly and painlessly polish your heels so that they are going to be baby, buttery, soft, and smooth. This is a tool that is a huge customer pick with 222 reviews. It's great for guys, it's great for girls. If you've got that thick skin, that coarse skin, that scratchy skin, if you're hearing it on your sheets or your loved one saying, go get a pedicure, please. You are gonna make an incredible difference in your feet. So here's what we're doing today. It's under $20, which is insane. You are getting the coarse grit and the fine grit, so you can interchange that. It is cordless. It's got 2 speeds that go forward and backwards as well, and $6.66 to have the best, softest, smoothest feet of your life. I'm gonna check out Kathy Wolf's feet as she tiptoes in. She's tiptoeing in, looking
she totally
gorgeous.
Ran me out there like, they go, you don't want us to show your feet? Because I just took my shoes off. I said, I feel 8 feet tall.
Oh, is that why you took off your shoes? You're
but
hilarious.
By the way,
because
they're all good.
Your feet are good, girl.
So
I know. Can I tell you, recently, I told my husband, I was like, you need a pedicure. And he's like, I don't want to go. It takes too much time. I got to pay money. Can't you just get me a tool that I can do it myself? Yes, yes I can.
For less than you would pay for one pedicure. And I love that you said that because there are a lot of people that don't want to go out and get a pedicure. Maybe their feet are really sensitive. Maybe you don't want somebody else touching your feet. This is the perfect solution, and Flawless really does create those tools to make your life a little bit easier. There are 2 different speeds. There's also a light on here, so it's going to show you exactly where you need to get. So there's the low speed, there's our high speed, and it removes all the dead skin cells, but it also does it on the bottom of your feet, on the side of your feet. So when you get that buildup of the calluses, this is gonna be the perfect way for you to really be able to get your feet in really good, pristine condition. So you were talking about boot season. I find that's when mine get the worst.
Exactly.
Because now I'm putting on tights and they're grabbing and they're sticking in the tights. But also, then guess what happens? You get invited to that holiday party. You pull out those pretty little strappy shoes and then you look down and you're like, oh, janky feet.
Right, and there's no help when you've neglected them for that long unless you have this pedicure tool, the Flawless Pedicure tool. Now notice it goes forwards and backwards. You've got the light. It literally, without the cheese grater, without any sticky medicinal ointments or anything, without any harsh blades, you are literally buffing and polishing it instantly and painlessly, getting rid of that thick, coarse skin. Let me give you a tip. Do this at night. Put on, you know, your favorite maybe lotion or body cream, and then put on your socks, whether you're putting boots on or not. Your feet will be so soft and buttery smooth, and I love that it actually takes care of the calluses, which can cause some pain sometimes when you're in your shoes.
They really can, and you get that buildup. And you'll notice what Andrea's doing here too. The underside of the feet, especially if we do wear heels a lot, and even if I don't wear regular high heels, I wear my wedge boots, I wear things like that because they make our legs look longer. But I find that the balls of my feet are where I'm really starting to get a lot of that dead skin cell buildup. That was the most buildup that I removed off of my feet today, was in that area. But you'll see how this just very quickly glides around the outside. It is absolutely pain-free. You're not there in the salon. They're not using that little cheese grater. It's so fast, simple, and easy to be able to do it, but your feet will feel immaculate and clean and pretty. Look at how smooth her feet are all the way around. If you want those baby soft feet, it makes such a difference. When you're climbing into your sheets at night and the higher thread count that you have, they want to kind of catch. Or if you do have a loved one who's consistently saying, get your feet off of me. Or maybe you're looking at your loved one and going, get your feet off of me, because those feet really do get nasty. It's hard to be able to find something that you can take care of on your own. There are almost 170 perfect 5-star reviews on hsn.com. So listen to what other people are saying about it. For less than the cost of one pedicure, but you do it sincerely in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't get out to my car, start my car, back it out of my driveway, and then pull it back in 5 minutes worth of time. But I can take care of my feet in 5 minutes worth of time.
I love that it has a light. I love that it has 2 speeds. It's one little switch of the button and you're able to make that adjustment. It's also cordless. You do get the rechargeable cord, so guess what? You're not having to replace any blades or any batteries. You're getting 2 of the types of rotator grips, right? So one's gonna be coarser and one's gonna be finer. So maybe this is the one that's on those thick heels or those calluses, and this is the one you take around your toes or maybe the bottoms of your feet. This is a designated tool, which I also really love, because how many times have you like cross-contaminated stuff, you're like, wait, was that on my heel? Was that on my heels or was that on my elbows? I don't know. And I love that you're getting it from a name that you know and you trust. Here's the deal, you guys. This, I have the only airing of the day.
Yes, you do.
Because we only are able to bring in a limited quantity. We've actually sold, ready for this? 39,500 of these units. 39,500 feet are now looking flawlessly smooth. But what I have left, watch this, 39,523. Guess how many I have left of the season? 3,700. 3,700 of you can get this.
90% of them are gone.
Exactly, and that's
For the
it
season.
for the season. So you've got to shop early. Get this for you. Get this for him. I know it's a girl show for shopping for the girls, but get this for the new mom that doesn't have time to go get a pedicure. Get this for grandma who doesn't want that cheese grater, and nobody wants to spend the extra money for somebody to put a blade on their foot.
Or if you know somebody who's ill, this is really good, because sometimes you really do have to be even more careful about what you're doing. One of my girlfriends was actually going through cancer treatments. Not this is a treatment for that, but the idea being she wasn't comfortable going to a salon. If you maybe also just during the pandemic, excuse me, you got used to doing it yourself and you realize you're like, hey, wait a minute, I'm saving a lot of money.
Yeah.
I had the most expensive, I will say, best pedicure I've ever had in my entire life, but I paid, well, you could just put a 0 on this almost. I mean, sincerely.
For sure.
I got up there, I'm like,
sure.
it's how much?
But you know, maybe that's
great, but
a once in a lifetime chance.
it was.
Or
Oh, trust me, I will now ask from here on out.
Exactly.
But it really does make a difference to be able to care for your feet, because most of us can polish our toes, but getting rid of that dead skin cell, that takes a lot of work. This does is it polishes it. You also have the coarse grate for the calluses. If you have those kind of alligator heels, and you know what I'm talking about, you got all those little crisscrosses of lines, there's not a lotion in the world, plus the lotion doesn't get in there.
Right.
Once you remove the dead skin cells, now the lotion's actually able to get in there. So you're gonna find that your feet feel better. You're gonna look at your feet and you're gonna feel more comfortable. If you're an athlete, if you're a runner, this is absolutely one of the best things that you can do for your feet. I find more so with runners all the time, because you just get those calluses that build up and build up.
And think about right now, when we're getting home, we're on our hard floor surfaces, they're ice cold, right? So not only do you have the dry air, you've got that winter, like the heat that you're zapping out the moisture in your home, and then you're on hard floor surfaces, and they're feeling rough, they feel like sandpaper. This is the solution, and this is the answer, which is why 39,700 of you have picked this up. We have less than 3,500 available. You are getting both the coarse grit and the fine grit. Those are interchangeable. The unit itself does come packaged. It does come with the rechargeable cord. So here's what you're not tethered to a wall. You're not having to say, oh my goodness, I can't see because there's a light on here. It's a lightweight, easy to use unit. And guess what? You don't have to go make that salon visit appointment. You reuse this over and over and over again. And I'm seeing people in the chat going, I own it, I love it, I have the thickest of heels. It doesn't matter whether or not, you know, you feel like you've got thick heels. Everybody should be exfoliating.
Yes.
And I feel like now's the time to do it, to get them ready so that you don't have that compound of that callous, thick, coarse feeling on your heels.
Because it really does start to build up, and then it gets uncomfortable. And then you, as you said, I love that you said this, when you get in there and there's a point where it's kind of gotten too far.
Yeah.
And I think that happens even more so with men, maybe because they don't get the regular pedicures. And that's why they bring out that big old cheese grater. You're not gonna need that. There is no pain with this. It's simple, it's gentle. and it just removes the dead skin cells. So you can see how, I just want everybody to see.
That's the fine grit.
That's the fine grit.
And I will say that coarse grit is strong, so you definitely want to use that only on your feet. And you interchange, notice the light, it's rotating. Think about if you were taking like a scrubber and trying to scrub your feet. That would take a lot of elbow grease to try to really do that. There's no manual effort except just apply it to your skin and watch it just, you see all the dust?
Make
you see all
it
the
snow, Andrea.
We're making it snow. Exactly. All right, here's the deal.
Bring the snow early.
Here's the deal, you guys, $6.66. We do not have a lot of these for the entire remainder of the holiday season. If you read the reviews, as Kathy mentioned, people say, I love this pedicure exfoliator. It is powerful and makes your foot smooth as a baby's bottom. Another person wrote in and said, I was a little skeptical about this when I bought it, but it didn't take long for me to capital L-O-V love this. Perfect for everyone. The tool is compact, powerful, excellent on the go because we're traveling.
Yes.
Take this with you.
Throw it in your bag, and that's one of the other things that I love about Flawless. They really do design tools that are beautiful, so it's not quite as obvious at what you have, but to be able to have this and have something that's not going to be sharp, that polishes away, that buffs away all of the dead, dry skin cells off of your feet so your feet feel more comfortable, they're ready to accept everything, but do it in your home for less than you pay for one pedicure, and now you have it, it's yours. Just rinse it off in between earrings. You just pop the one head off, rinse it off, and you're ready to go.
You own it.
Yes.
Gift it. Buy several. Most of you buying multiples of this over, it's going to be, when I talk about London Town, but we're going to hit over 40,000. You're going to be...
London Town's one of my favorites too.
I know. But you're going to be, you're not going to have anything to present.
No, I have a totally different product in the 2 o'clock hour, so.
Well, good thing.
I'm going to bathe your body at 2 o'clock, so come back and shower with me.
And I might see you later in the week too on Makeup People. Do you have a favorite fall activity?
Do I have a favorite fall activity?
I know you're just with your girlfriends doing some fun fall stuff.
I got to see the change in the fall weather up in Ohio.
That's it.
It was beautiful.
I love that. I love that. Well, congratulations if you picked up the finishing touch, the Flawless Pedi. You will not be disappointed, along with the other 40,000 customers. So thank you, Kathy, for that.
Thank you.
And now that you have beautiful feet, well, you don't even need to have beautiful feet to pick up the brand new launch of the